Hi everyone, so today I'm going to be teaching you how to make this little puffy, poofy yarn bunny. So you're going to need something to wrap your yarn around to make the pom-pom part. Focus camera. I'm just using this lid from a butter dish because that's what I have. A pipe cleaner for the ears, scissors, and obviously yarn in whatever color you want. I just happen to have light pink yarn and light pink pipe cleaner. So you're going to take your yarn and unwind a whole bunch of it. Just unwind a whole bunch. Focus camera. Unwind a whole bunch of it. You can always unwind more, but it's easier if you start out with a whole bunch unwind. Now find the other end, and then take whatever you're wrapping it around, like I said, I'm using a butter dish, and then just wrap it around. You're going to want to wrap over the end of your yarn, trying to make it stay in place, and you just wrap a whole bunch. I don't know how many times I wrapped for this guy, but as you can see, it's an awful lot. You just wrap it until you think it's good. I never count, I always forget to. You just wrap it around like this. And just keep wrapping. And keep wrapping. And then see, I already used all that yarn I unwound. Then wrap a whole bunch more. And then you find you get it all out of the way. You find the end again. It means this. And then you just wrap it again. Wrapping it some more. And you just keep wrapping it. Just keep wrapping. Keep wrapping. You're gonna wrap a whole bunch. Because the more you wrap, the fluffier your bunny will be. And I've already used all that yarn again. And then you find the end again, which means your dish, or not your dish, your cover if you're using a cover, or your cardboard, or whatever you're wrapping it around. And just move it around. You don't want to clump it all up in one place, you want to kind of evenly flatten it out, and I don't know why I do that, that's just how I do it. And I already used up all that yarn again. And then you just wrap again. You keep doing this till it's the thickness you like. That looks about good to me. So then you wrap it so that your end is here, and you cut it so that when you cut all the other loops, they'll be the same length, like that. And you lay it aside for a second, and take your yarn and pull out a chunk. I learned the hard way with this one. If you cut it too short, it won't work as well. Make sure you cut your chunk. Just cut a chunk of yarn. Make sure it's long enough. Make sure it's always better to be way too long than to be not long enough. And you can just wrap up your yarn. You're done with it, I think. But you're not quite done with it. You need one more piece later. And you take this. Remember, this piece is here. So you want to stick your yarn through it, underneath, and pull it through. Make sure you get underneath all. So see, now I have it through here. Right here. And then you want to make sure that this piece of yarn, your end, this piece, is laying here, and that you're going to tie that in. Otherwise it'll unravel and you'll have a weird piece. And you want to knot this off. Right here in the middle. See? Now pull it as tight as you can get it. But don't snap your yarn. It's hard to hold it tight and tie a second knot. You want to tie at least 2 knots. This first one, you only need to tie 2 knots because you're going to tie more. Now, you see it's kind of squished the cover in a little bit. You got to slide it off. Now that we have it tied together, we can slide it off. Like that. Now see this big loop. Now you got to keep the part where you tied in the middle and lay it flat. And then take your 2 pieces you tied with and wrap them down around and flip it and then tie it again. So it's like a big bow sort of shape. It looks like that. And then tie it and pull it tight again. It'll be easier to pull it tight because you don't have that plastic or whatever you wrapped it around holding against it. And then you take the ends and just lay them. You can cut them off later if they're too long. And then you go through and take it, and you see all these loops. You want to cut every one of them just so they're 2 pieces each, like this. You just want to cut them. Just cut them like this. This can take a while. You gotta work your way around. Make sure you get them all. Just cut them all the loops. Now don't pull any of your yarn out because this is really just tied in there. It will come out. You pull on it. So don't pull on your yarns. Just keep cutting them. Try to get them as even as you can. If they're not perfect, that's okay. And just keep cutting until you have them all done. This part will take a little while. You want to go shoot through and make sure you got them all. Now once you think you cut them all, just go through and look at it and make sure that there's no loops. I think I got them all. So there. Now I have this fluffy thing. That doesn't look very much like this, does it? No. So now you're going to find the hole. Remember how you wrapped it around so it was like this? This is where the thing goes this way. You want to find the end where it's wrapped middle. This is a little hard to describe. Now you see this is where the yarn goes through and the yarn is going this way around on the inside. You want to find that and open that up like that and then pull it down around like that. You want to kind of get it even on all sides and stuff, and move your yarn around. Make it nice looking, as nice as you can, and then just pull it down around like that. Look at the bottom, make sure you're happy. These are our tail ones. We can cut those off later once we have it all this part done. Just keep wrapping them in like that until you're happy with the way the top looks. The bottom you can always trim, so don't worry about that. Just worry about the top part. And then you're going to take one last piece of yarn I told you need. Again, make sure you cut it too long because it's better than too short. And then you're going to want to wrap it around this part. So it makes this like the head of the bunny and this is like its butt. You want to take it and wrap this around and then tie it in a knot. You want to tie this right around here like it's its head. It's a little hard to do at times. You gotta make sure you get it nice looking. You want to make sure the head of the bunny looks nice. It'd almost be easier to hold it and have someone else tie it for you. If you could, but I don't have anyone else in the room with me, so I'm going to have to do it by myself. You want to pull it and get it as tight as you can, and then double knot it, or maybe even triple knot it, because it's when you needed. You're only going to tie it once around. You want to get it, once you get it like that, where it seems pretty good, pull it as tight as you can get it. Once you got it, tie it one knot, and then hold it tight and double knot it. And then, to make sure it stays good, you might even want a triple knot. Try not to tie any of your loose end pieces into this, because that just makes it look a little funny. And then, that. Here. And then I have the little bunny's head. So you can pull on them and stuff to tweak it around a little bit if you don't quite like how they're sticking out. Like that. And then you see where we have these long ones? Those are the ones we tied off. You can just go in and give your bunny a little haircut. You can cut off other long ones that were just too long because they were. But the more haircut you do, the more little bits you'll cut off. And the more of a mess you'll make. I got little yarn bits all over my pants now. And throw them in the garbage. Now you have the little body of your bunny. Now all you'll have to do is the ears. So you take a pipe cleaner. What is going on with my lighting? There, that's better. And find the length you want. I want about that long. Make them a little too long because you're going to have to stick it in the bunny's head a little bit. And then fold it in half. But leave an opening like that so it's the bunny's ear. And then when you get back down to the other end right here, fold it back up. And when you get back to this end, fold it back down. So basically it makes the letter M. Now you're going to want to, when you get back onto this end again, you're going to want to cut off your extra. So it's just this. So you just have your letter M now. Then we want to fold these pieces in, and you want to twist them just once. You don't want to twist it a whole bunch, so then you lose this ear shape, but you want to just twist it once so that the ends stay in like that, and they don't stick out like this. Just stick it in, and then just twist it once. Or twice if it doesn't quite work, but don't do it all the way up the ear. Just make sure you leave the little gaps. And then you're going to take your bunny. Now there's two different ways you can do this. What's with my lighting again? And you can just do what I did with this one. If this is going to be like a toy, you're going to want to glue the ears in. But if this is going to be a little decoration like mine are, you can just go back to where the top of the head is here. And just squeeze these and just stick them in there a ways. Just stick them in there. And then just bend them around a little bit like that. Or you can, and then you could just do this. Then you could squirt a little bit of hot glue in there if you wanted to, or super glue, whatever glue you use. But since I don't feel like I need to do that. Cause I'm not gonna be whipping them around like. You know, they do stay in pretty good because the fuzzy on the pipe cleaners binds to the yarn. So those were my little puffy Easter bunnies. I know this is 2 days after Easter, but Easter goes for a while, and these are gonna be for spring too. If you like yarn DIYs, give this a thumbs up. Comment down below what else you can make out of yarn. And subscribe. Bye!